Research studies and evidence support the impact of family size on the cognitive development of children. Each family is unique, and there are many other factors such as socioeconomic, parenting style, and the access to resources that may play a significant role in your child's cognitive development. I come from a large family. I understand what lack of attention means to kids. This pushes me to rethink the large family and the consequences compared to those who chooses to just have a one-child family, despite that some of them have the means to take care of many. Parents should prioritize a supportive and a nurturing environment for their children. Regardless of a family size, these need to be taken care of so that you can help them reach their full potential. In this audio, I express some of my personal research finding about the size of a family, about the impact on the cognitive development of the children that lives in that family. I respectfully acknowledge the diversity and the decision of each couple to choose the number of children they want in their family. I'm neither objecting that kids from a large family don't have the cognitive ability they need to succeed in life. Studies have shown that family size matters, and it has a correlation with cognitive development. Children in a smaller family tend to have more resources available to them, like individual attention from their parents, and they have this superior access to academic support. These elements may contribute to a higher academic achievement, academic performance. They have greater creativity, and they have a higher self-esteem. My name is Duncan, and this is Family Matters. Family's central purpose is to create and maintain a common culture which promotes the physical, the mental, and the social development of its members. We all know that individual and family follow a life pattern. They follow the genetic, and all these affect their social and intellectual future. How do you view a family? What is your view about family? Today is different than yesterday, and last year is not this year. Everything changes, so should our view of a family, our norms, and our being. Our development should be reciprocal to what influences it, and vice versa. There are transitions we need to go through to accommodate change. To make this happen, we rely on some expected behavior or circumstances and the timing of when these changes can occur, and if and only if the family is ready for change. I'm much concerned with preschool age children cognitive development. We all want our children to succeed. If so, then we should be concerned and ask ourselves if we are really paying attention to the things that need to help them get to where they need to be. If you're concerned, this is what you need to do. Make a plan and work for it. Make sure it happens. When a child's brain experiences something new, it starts working very hard to figure it out. It looks at everything that can help it grow. These are very different level and kind of processes that interact in our brain, and it's supported by a series of events that define our brain development, and it's not different from a child. Both gene expression and environmental input are very essential for the normal brain development, and the disruption of either can fundamentally alter the neural outcomes. This should make you think about how you live, where you live, and with whom your child is interacting with. The theory is simple. We have seen it in action in many educational institutions. In smaller group learning, smaller groups have been proved effective than larger group learning. More opportunity to ask questions and a lot of attention, one-on-one attention. If you are a new couple, it is very important that you consider these tips. You will need to decide the right number of kids you want based on your ability to take care of them. This care includes and not limited to emotional, financial, and intellectual care. Many have messed it up by trying to find either a female or a male gender child. As a result, their family size grows up and they end up blaming the system for not providing enough support. It is imperative that you make a sound judgment on what your family will look like in the future. The rule of the game have changed, so don't play by the 18th century rule. It will not work here. There was a reason why pre-modernization family had many kids. Their life expectancy was uncertain. They needed more manpower to fulfill their demands. That's not what you need today. Point in time. In many minority communities, many kids, manpower, and economic resources. Today it's not the case. Look at all the family of the greatest people who've climbed up the highest rank in our society today. Get this straight. King Solomon was the richest man on the earth, with 700 wives and 300 concubines, but only had 3 children. You may wonder if he ignored them or he was infertile. But he had 2 daughters and 1 son. Some might argue that he had other unrecorded children. But why did the Bible mention 19 sons of King David from his concubine? Let's not go there. With all due respect to all those with larger family, I would like to express the effects of a big family size without being judgmental. I want those who are starting up a family to reason and decide what suits them better and not just do as they used to see others doing. Just because you came from a larger family doesn't mean you can take care of a larger number of kids. Having a big family hinders the children's cognitive development. It's not easy to divide your attention between 2 people at the same time. As they grow up, more is needed from you, from school dropping to after-school activities, and the list goes on. You still need to work as well. The less time with them and the limited resources comes more stress. When you can't feed them, you are stressed. When you can't provide for what they need, you are stressed. Every time the adult they trust is absent, no matter what they did, it is shown that children's mental and emotional health deteriorate. This attachment is very critical for their intellectual development, and this have a long-term negative impact. It's challenging to provide adequate support among many. Although shared responsibility and strong culture value are some of the benefits enjoyed by some larger family, mostly in minority community, not all of them grow up with that support or that love. Fewer are those who grows up with love and bond among each other. We are in a different era. Said our children need social intelligence, critical thinking, and that is hard to achieve if you have more than you can take care of. A child is born with an absolute intelligence of 0. Children from a large family grows up less in an enriched environment and tend to perform less well on a measure of ability. Smaller or younger, if well tutored and attended to, will perform well. So it's all about attention. It's all about care. Available evidence indicate that family size has an effect on educational and occupational achievement. Children from smaller family tend to accrue advantage in many developmental areas, while children from a larger family are as a group a relatively disadvantaged group. A multidisciplinary explanation from the finding of family size suggests that family resources become diluted as family size grows. As the family increases, the resources becomes lesser and lesser, and the result is the various developmental deficit. This is what is reported. In sum, there is a substantial documentation indication that children from smaller families have a better developmental prognosis than children with many siblings that are likely to experience mental issue and have difficulty forming healthy relationship in the future. In the accumulative, these effects could have a substantial impact on the quality of a country's citizenry. Regardless of a family size, parents should seek to foster their child's intellectual development, nurturing their love for learning and encouraging them to ask questions. The impact of a family size on cognitive development should be studied closely, with the aim of helping parents make informed decisions about family size and see them reach their full potential. It's important to comprehend the pros and cons of family size, as well as the potential consequence for children's cognitive development. Despite the benefits of a larger family, children from smaller family may experience certain advantages that particularly help their cognitive development. Thanks for watching. This was Family Matter. For better tomorrow, you need to rethink about your family. See you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe.